That is what Cornel West sees as the best of America. And that, my friends, is goddamn beautiful. This is a clip of Cornel West speaking, and I just wanted to highlight it. It's kind of a fascinating clip because he's getting pushback from someone who I guess I don't know the guy. I don't know whether he's well known or not, but someone who must be a big capitalism supporter, it seems. And so you'll see Cornel's response.
Let's suppose I'm a white guy running a small company. I vote Republican, but I don't necessarily feel good about it. I'm a straight arrow. And what I know is that there are forces at work other than American empire that necessarily don't mean my grandchildren any good, that hard calls have to be made. Tell me why it is that I should be persuaded by this radical vision that you're giving such eloquent voice to.
I would say that I'm fundamentally concerned about his access to a job with a living wage. I'm access to a safe neighborhood. I'm access to health care. Access to quality education for him and his children, and that we have much in common because we're living in the United States. And the United States has its worst, which is its imperial presence abroad, and America has its best. Those who resisted it and those who preserved their dignity and resilience in the face of it. But thank God we've got moments of interruption. That's what love is all about. That's what justice is all about. And you know how fragile any democratic experiment is. How do we try to preserve the best of it? And I think I can find some common ground with that, right, brother? That's why I'm going to spend some good time going into Trump country, brother.
Let's suppose.
So I like that clip because it shows how Cornel West did not shy away from. So he's pushed on. Basically, the guy's saying, I think he's trying to say it kind of vaguely, but we got forces here in America that we're scared of. We don't have time to worry about the imperial nature of America, even though you talk so pleasantly about it. And I don't know what forces he's talking about, but it seems he's trying to get Cornel West to admit that, oh, well, there's more important things that you're not pro-America enough, that you criticize the American empire, but really what we have to worry about is the stuff here at home. And I like that Cornel West does not back away at all in the response. He doesn't go, oh, well, you're right. There are all those things to be concerned about. And, we can't. Instead, he basically talks about how the best of America, and I think a lot of other candidates would have said, okay, America has its worst and it's got its best, and its best, and many of them that are hardcore pro-capitalist, pro-extraction of the capitalist state by the capitalist state, pro-moving all of the wealth to a tiny number of individuals. All those people would say, oh, America has its best, which is if you work hard enough, you can get that, and it's bullshit. And many of them, even those who are saying very important things, some of them would say that kind of garbage as a response to this question. Instead, Cornel West kind of does the opposite, and he says it in a beautiful way, a way that's far more eloquent than me spouting my fart jokes. It's really more dick jokes than fart jokes. I should give myself a little credit, but he. Rather than going that direction of, well, if you work hard enough in America, you can, by golly, you can, rather than doing that, he says, no, you know what the best is of America? You know what America has that's beautiful? Is those fighting against the American empire. Those fighting against the system as it is. Those fighting against the status quo. That is what Cornel West sees as the best of America. And that, my friends, is goddamn beautiful. Because that is, if you're going to say, okay, America has any best in it, we've got any best walking around here right now, it is those fighting against the status quo, those that are strapping themselves to pipelines, those getting arrested in front of the Justice Department to free Assange, those fighting against this corporate warmongering bullshit that is the U.S. empire. And that is what Cornel West believes is the best of America. Is those on the front lines of protest. and even those behind the front lines of protest. There's a lot of activities to be involved in this protest, in this world. There's a lot for us to be involved in different ways, to take part in this beautiful experiment, which he uses that word too, which is, let's be honest, failing, okay? It is a failing experience, a failure experiment. Capitalism is a failure experiment right now. Not right now, forever, okay? Because it's infinite growth on a finite planet, which equals death and destruction and extinction. But there is so much beauty in this goddamn fight. And that's what Cornel West is speaking to. So I wanted to show, and you know, as some of you know, I believe ideas. I want to see a revolution of ideas. So I believe ideas are more important than the person. So I am not going to sit here and just rah for one person or another and say, oh, it's all about just get this one guy elected. I want to see the ideas, and I want to talk about the ideas. And I want to talk with you about the ideas. And that's what's really important here. So I have highlighted some RFK videos that I think, RFK Jr., that I think are important about the ideas there. I'm also going to criticize these people where I feel they need criticism. And anyway, I wanted to bring that clip to you for those reasons.